Stanley Cup playoffs this evening. Prime time on a Sunday night. Toronto at Long Island for Game 6. The Islanders facing elimination. Jamie Lynn Sigler, star of the hit series The Sopranos, is the anthem singer. That's how rough the mood is in Uniondale tonight. And just moments ago, the arrival of the two men who will handle Game 6. Paul Dvorsky goes right back into the eye of the storm. He was in for Game 5 when Gary Roberts took out Janssen and Darcy Tucker took out Michael Pekka. He referees again tonight along with Kerry Fraser, two veterans at the helm. As you can imagine, it's a hostile atmosphere. There's Scott O trying to listen in. Good evening. Welcome to Hockey Night in Canada. And Scott, you can set the scene there. Go ahead.
Okay, Ron, the 16,297 in here tonight will ratchet up the noise level a couple of notches with the knowledge this could be the Islanders' last game of the season, and somehow they've got to find a way without Mike Pekka and Kenny Janssen. Ray Schultz of Red Deer and Evgeny Korolev are in for Pekka and Janssen tonight. You know, the Leaf coaching staff obviously spent considerable time poring over their lineup sheet. None of their players should be asked to leave early tonight as a result of a clerical error. In fact, the Leafs will go with the same lineup they planned for Friday night, meaning Alan McCauley will once again get to center their top line between Roberts and Hoagland. It's an elimination game, Ron, and it sounds like it.
Thank you, Scott. The New York Islanders have the best home playoff winning percentage in the history of the NHL. It's been a homer series all the way. We don't want to miss anything for you, so we'll come right back to the rink. Bob Cole, Harry Neal are standing by to present Game 6 of the Eastern quarterfinal between the Islanders and the Leafs on Hockey Night in Canada next.
This in goal, number 35, Chris Osgood. On the bench, number 4, Ruben Hamalik. And number 36, Evgeny Korolev. Starting at left wing, number 18, Jim Onions. At center, number 17, Jordan Bates. And at right wing, number 37, Mark Harris. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please rise and remove your caps. Tonight we ask that you join us in paying proper respect to our friends and neighbors north of the border for the singing of the Canadian anthem, followed by the singing of our national anthem. Here to sing this evening is fellow Long Islander, author, singer, and Broadway star. Currently, she's mezzo-soprano in the HBO series The Sopranos. Please welcome Jamie Lynn Sigler.
Broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in
the 5th game the Toronto Maple Leafs will have played in this building this year. They've lost all 4 previous games against the Islanders. Curtis Joseph has played in all but 12 minutes of the series. His goals against average is .294. His save percentage, though, is under .900 at .889. Chris Osgood left at the 14-minute mark of the second period in Game 5 on Friday. He allowed 4 goals back in there tonight. Hello, everybody. I'm Bob Cole with Harry Neal, and this is Kerry Fraser, one of the referees. He'll start proceedings in a moment. With him will be Paul Dvorsky, Derek Gamel, and Scott Driscoll are the linesmen. And starting for Toronto, Lume and Berg on the blue line. Corson, Roberts, McCauley, the 3 forwards to start. Against the point, and Evgeny Korolev, number 36 for the New York Islanders, who'll come back and take the puck from his goalies. Harry Spates and Jim Cummins in the lineup tonight. And they're up front. McCauley, he's had a strong series thus far. Chips the puck off the boards. Lume got it back. Here's the first good test. Hoagland ripped that one right on the net. And Osgood made the save. The Leafs come back to pick it up. Big noisy crowd again, as you well might imagine. They've been here for over an hour and cheering before any players turned up at all. The first penalty is coming up. It's going to be against Toronto, and it's going to be Gary Roberts who'll get it.
Is it Tucker or Roberts?
Oh, wait a minute. Apologies. Cummins was the guy who was pinpointed by the referee down in this end. Watch.
Here is the first shift by Cummins in his first game in the playoffs. It goes right after Roberts. Roberts hasn't touched the puck yet, and Cummins takes a dumb penalty. This is a sudden death game for the Islanders. You can't be taking those kinds of penalties and get away with it.
Roberts bumping first, and then Cummins came after him, chased him, hooked him, did about everything before he got the attention of the referee down on this end. Paul Dvorsky. So the first power play of this game, and this is a huge game for both teams. Islanders will be eliminated with a loss tonight. Into the crowd, the Maple Leafs with injured players would welcome some days off if they end this series tonight.
Peter Laviolette right up front with his team saying they did not play a good game at all in Game 5. He expects a better effort tonight. They're going without some people. That is Mr. Pekka, Tarnstrom, and Janssen. Tucker was booed every time he touched the puck in the warm-ups, as was Roberts, so they are not very popular here among the New York Islander fans.
I just mentioned that's not a very good penalty for Cummins to take. This is too important a game to really try to get back at somebody. Got to play hockey. The Leafs are in on the attack. Osgood covering on the short side. Green gets it back. Hey, ripped the shot. He came close with that. McGillney up front, and a front save that was by Osgood. Tucker took the shot. He was wide open. Might have silenced this crowd early with a goal right there, of all people. Fired on the boards. Does it get out? No. McCabe kept it in. The Leafs set it up on this power play. It'll be McCabe again. He had to one time into the corner. Green missed it. Osgood played it hard. It'll be stopped at the line by McCabe again. Up he goes to McGillney. He's bumped. Pucking there close. Leaf player flattened in front of the net. Green, he was nailed, went flying and shut down the ice. 30 seconds left on this power play, the first of the game. Leafs get the puck in. Lume did that. Roberts is in, Swift in the corner. Back to Roberts on his skate. Roberts bumped. Got the puck in behind the net, though. Hammerlick might get it out. Nope, stopped at the line by Lume. He waited, gave it to McCauley. He lost it. They keep it in, though. Again to the corner. Roberts missed that. Goalie was out. And the Islanders get it out and down Cummins steps from the penalty box. Therefore, that's an icing call against New York.
Well, the Leafs power play 3 for 33 in this series and only 1 for 15 in this building. But they do get 2 good opportunities on the power play. Tucker, this point-blank shot that Osgood stops, and then Green gets another one. And Darcy Tucker goes to the front of the net, attracts some attention, see, and here's the chance. You're not going to get any better than that one. Travis Green also had an opportunity. He takes a little flip pass from Coberley, gets around the defenseman, but can't get around the corner for much of an angle on that chance.
Great chance by Tucker. Was one of 2 shots on that power play. Lumen had a good move. Comes in on a sharp angle, centered it, covered up, and Kamasha comes out for New York. Schultz playing his first game for 39, dumps it into the Maple Leaf zone. Schultz is the defenseman. Playing with Cairns right now. Islanders pressing. First shot is blocked. Second shot, blocked again. I think Kamasha lost it. Schultz, quick pass on the blue line. Knocked down. Stick was high, doesn't matter. Got out. And the Islanders get possession. Kamasha took that pass and shot it in. Joseph out, played it to the corner quickly. Kamasha forechecking. And the Maple Leafs get it down to center. Healy had the turn to go off. He and Domi, they're changing. This is Korolev. Pass gets up to Hammerlick. He's nailed at center by Pontarossi of the Maple Leafs. Shot to the boards. A good fast pace to start this game. At the line. Michael couldn't get it out. It's called on the offside, but it did come out and batted back in quickly. They played 3:54 scoreless.
Pat Quinn and his opposing coach Lavalette have probably just said the same thing to their team. Both of them badly hurt. To be upset over what you do not have is to waste what you do have. We can't do anything about the injuries, and there's a pretty good lineup not dressed tonight when you add both teams' injured players.
From the starting game, Matt Sundin, Michael Renberg, Corey Cross gone for the Maple Leafs. Brad Islister, Michael Pekka, and Kenny Johnson for the New York Islanders. You might say all heavyweights. Solid players, all of them. Penalty coming again. Joseph came out to play the puck the moment he touched it. The whistle sounded. Another power play coming. Well, now it's Volk of the Maple Leafs who gets the penalty for hooking.
He hooked Turkowski. He may have clipped him in the face. 2 minutes anyway.
Cummins got the first. Now the Maple Leafs, Gary Volk. Hammerlick. Islanders power play has been pretty good in this series. Shot into the zone. Far corner. Point up to keep it in behind the net. Harris tried to pass one out. And he comes in looking for it. Hit in the corner by Bates. Away from Caberlet. Parrish. Bates. Into the corner it goes and back out. Hammerlick tries to pass. Point missed that. Then had to hurry it off to the corner around the net. Bates comes out. Trying to jam it in. A scramble for it. Yashin was right there, but he couldn't lift the puck up over Joseph. And they keep it out.
Well, Joseph made a good play to find the puck. The Islanders are 5 for 14 on the power play here in New York. That's number 1 in the playoffs. And 8 for 28 total. That's number 1 in the playoffs. And here's an attempt from behind the net. But Joseph cuts off Bates, and there's no chance, although the puck does bounce around. And the next thing you know, Yashin and Parrish are in there trying to find it. Joseph finds it before they do, and we have a whistle and a face-off in the Leaf zone.
Shots are 4-2 in favor of Toronto. Crowd drawn, of course, all the time when the goalies are down. And there's a chance of a loose puck. Everybody driving for the first goal. Islanders power play. Drives it. Rebound score! Turkowski was right there in front of the net. And the Islanders get a power play goal. Another power play goal. And the first goal of this game is a big one indeed. The New York Islanders. was dancing early.
It's the 11th goal the Islanders have scored here in New York, and the 7th one that's on a rebound. Corson loses the draw, then he's knocked down, and the puck is stopped by the right pad of Joseph, but the rebound comes right to Tchaikovsky. There's the shot. The Leaf defensemen go after the puck. Nobody touches Tchaikovsky, and it is 1-0 New York. Corson loses the draw, then Miller does not let him out, and the Leaf bench was screaming for face-off interference.
New York Islanders in a game they just have to win to stay alive in these playoffs. They haven't been here very often. 8 years. And they want to make the best of this one. So they got the first goal. Let's see what develops now. The Maple Leafs, Roberts without the helmet comes up. Gets ready for the shot, decides to pass. But in deep was McCauley, and on a sharp angle he was covered on the short side easily by Chris Osgood. Maple Leafs keep it in. Good hustle by Hogan. Took a look. Fired it over to Roberts. Roberts snapped it behind the net to McCauley, and Hogan out front. McCauley is pounded in the corner though. Got a stick on it and got it out. The Islanders will clear. Parrish and Bates together they get it in on Joseph. Tchaikovsky from Herlick and Miller. 5:07. Power play goal for the New York Islanders. 1-0. Flip one up there at center ice is Green. Offside, McGillney ahead of that play. Call back. Power play goal gives the Islanders a lead. 1-0.
Tchaikovsky got 22 goals during the season. This is his first one of the playoffs. Miller won the face-off. The Leaf defenseman Berg and Lume go for the puck as both Hunter and Tchaikovsky were in front. The rebound off pad, Joseph's pad, right to Tchaikovsky.
Marius Tchaikovsky with the first goal of this game, and a big one it is. Schultz got as far as center, lost it. Tchaikovsky on there again, backhands it in. A little too far for Hunter this time. And the Maple Leafs have 3 coming down. Across the line, Panakarowski in with a shot. Right on, rebound, he missed it. Jumped over his stick. Ball got it back near the line though, and then Miller took that away. Tchaikovsky is up there ahead of him. And a goal! Pass! High shot! Tchaikovsky firing it in, and another penalty coming as Joseph smothers this. And the Maple Leafs are running into penalties here early in this hockey game. Big Panakarowski back in a defensive mode. A little too heavy on the check.
Well, let's have a look at the rush. Tchaikovsky, it's a 2-on-2 rush, and Tchaikovsky on a weird play does the back, and you can see on the, after the back pass, which was right on the tape, there's the shot by Hunter, and then he's leveled by Panakarowski, who tried to catch him on the back check.
A cross check, of course, as you saw. A 6:54 of the time. Alexei Panakarowski and the Maple Leafs in the box. Islanders 1 for 1 on the power play. Here they go again. 7 minutes into the first period. Pass to the line, Herlick. Rebound right there. Up clear to the boards and out into center ice. Herlick back. They move it up quickly. Yashin gets his own. Yashin takes a look around. Fires the pass. That was good. And the shot is deflected. Tucker got a stick down in front of the Aucoin shot and easily deflected that.
Well, the New York Islanders have scored 15 goals in this series. 9 of them on the power play. 1 penalty shot. 5 even strength. And these 3 Cowboys, they know what to do on this ice. They weren't very successful in Toronto in the 3 games they played. But you can see the damage they've done here at home.
25 seconds into the power play. By Hammerlick, couldn't stop it. Came back rather quickly and down the ice. Hammerlick, Aucoin. Yashin turns right in front of him. Bates on the left side takes his pass. Parrish up on the play too. Rick wide. There's Aucoin shooting. That is blocked again, and into the crowd it goes. Coyne ripping his second shot. This one blocked by Healy.
Nice block by the penalty-killing forward. Coyne can really shoot the puck. 5 points. He's tied for second in the NHL among defensemen scoring. He leads the NHL playoff players with an average of 30 minutes and 46 seconds every game. And he's tied for he leads the team in power play points. He is a horse, and he's playing the best hockey of his career here on the island.
Islanders are running a pretty good power play again by the looks of it. They have a minute 15 left on it to do more damage. Already a goal on the power play. At the blue line, the two big defensemen pass it back and forth. It goes in deep. Shot from in close. That's stopped. Koski after it again. He's hot. Got the first goal. Hammerlick now moves up. Feeds it into him. In the corner. Koski grabbed from behind and by McCabe. They keep it in though. Right in front of the net. Back to the line now. Coyne take the shot. Through the pass in. Koski gets it again. Looks back to the defense pair. Gets set himself. He sees a point coming in. The low shot. Rebound. Hammerlick was in on top of Joseph. Hammerlick did a fine job. Paid in by Hunter. Hammerlick backs up to the line again. O'Coyne. Here's Hammerlick. O'Coyne is going to shoot it again. Maybe not. He was covered by Corson. Now the shot and glove by the goalie. Curtis Joseph will hang on with 22 seconds left in the penalty.
Well, a good stop by Joseph. Not a real good scoring chance in the bad angle shot, but the key is he got a whistle. And the penalty killers, who'd been out there for a while, get a chance to change with 22 seconds left in the penalty. What a chance Roman Hammerlick had on a rebound as he waltzed in off the point and had a 4-footer that he couldn't book by Joseph. Haverley makes a nice play and gets the stick back to Joseph. Remember, Osgood had a bad goal scored against him and he lost the stick here in game number 4.
1-0 New York. Lifted to the line. It'll be cleared by Toronto. Tucker comes up there and gets over the line a little early. Green, though, made a fake at the blue line twice. Tucker did okay on the first fake, but couldn't stop for the second. He was offside.
Well, Darcy Tucker and Gary Roberts attract attention from the fans every time they touch the puck. The one that cost him a major penalty on Kenny Johnson, and here's the one that cost Pekka surgery.
Scatcherd of the New York Islanders passed it back. Bandit couldn't get the center to shoot it in. Tucker did a good job on him. Out of the penalty box is Podkorowski. He tripped coming out and broke his stick. Has to go to the bench right away. Kavashik centering pass. Off the stick, comes back to him. He's turned around. The crowd wanted another one called. Kavash is back up and after the puck. Cleared right to Scatcherd. He turns from the corner, gets it back. Kavash can't get a shot. Whistle it in low and wide. Behind the net, Islanders come out with it. Passes off a skate that time, and Domi turns. Domi up to center. Penalty coming up against the New York Islanders this time. As Osgood comes out to play the puck, it is called by Kerry Fraser. And the Maple Leafs will go on the power play as Scatcherd is whistled down for holding.
10:21 to go. The shots are 8-6 for the Islanders. It's 1-0 New York in this, the sixth game of this series. Let's have a look at the penalty to Scatcherd on rush. There it is right there. As you can see, he hauls down the Leaf player who's trying to get in the rush. And it's a pretty easy call for the referee.
Toronto's second power play in this first period. They had two shots the first time. One, a terrific scoring chance by Darcy Tucker. Osgood stopped him.
They're 1 for 16 here in this building in this series.
McCabe takes a shot. Rebound was right in front of the net. And McCauley had it ripped off his stick before he could get a shot. What a chance he had. They're back can, the Islanders are. In a shorthanded situation, Blake had a chance. Wilson left it for McCann. 2 goals in 5. High one gets in there. Osgood knocked it down. Roberts nearly got in there to take it from him. Cleared out by Jason Blake. Well played by Blake. Leafs get it up over the line, and here he is again. Blake gets it out and down the ice, and he turns to get a rest. Out for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Just over 10 minutes gone in the period. In his own zone, Parrish slapped it hard. And it's whipped out by Bates again down the ice. Cave through center, dumped it in. That's called icing. Great penalty killing by Blake first, and then Bates. And then they shifted back and forth. 2 good penalty killers.
On the Leafs power play, 3 goals in this, their 35th attempt with a man advantage. And at this time of the year, your special teams have to be better. And the Leafs have been. Alan McCauley had not a bad chance here early on this penalty as he jumped in behind a coin, but couldn't get it by Osgood.
Islanders have a goal. Tchaikovsky from Hammerlick and Miller, 5:07 on the power play. 52 seconds left on this power play for Toronto. Point stops. Now they get together and bring it to center. Center, Billy decides he better shoot it. All lines up at the line, and that was good to clear it to the line, but not out. Toronto keeps it in to the corner. Back out on the boards near the blue line. Tucker fires it in again. Green is in there. He's pounded by Hammerlick. Tucker comes in to help. He's bumped by Lapointe twice to the line. Lapointe takes his man. And rushing back is Lume just in time. Islanders are playing it rough. Here's a chance for the shot blocked by Osgood. He'll get cheered as he hangs on to that wrister right into his glove. And again the crowd gathers in behind the net. 9 seconds left in the Islanders penalty.
Well, there's no question about the fact that the Islanders are much more aggressive here than they were in either game or any of the games in Toronto. And that's the way they played when they won 2 of them. And no matter where you look on the ice, there seems to be, this is one I think Lapointe was lucky to get away with well after a good penalty killing job, and Lapointe's done a nice job at that. Here in New York, he's the elder statesman among players here, and he is as delighted as anybody to be in the playoffs. He had to watch it for 7 straight years.
Leafs win the draw, get one more scoring chance maybe on the power play. Belak, that's blocked, and the penalty now to Scatchard is over. He's out of the box. 8:16 left to play in the first period. 1-0. The New York Islanders are ahead in a game they must win. Puck is along the boards inside the line. Harry's kept it in, heads for the net. Nearly got a shot in there. He sent flying in front of the goal. Scatchard is bumped up on the boards. Toronto in a little trouble now. Skate out with it. 4 of them. They come away to center. Pass to the right side. Corson doesn't handle it cleanly. Carberley keeps going. Gets it back neatly to the line. Here comes the shot. The big rebound is there. And the Islanders grab it. And it's cleared by Cairns down the ice. They're going to call an icing. So they'll bring that back.
Domi on the line change was cuffed by Korolev and Cairns. Politely, I might add. But this isn't as polite as it looked like it was going to be. There's a vivid description of Domi by the Islander fans, I would say.
You have an idea what it is? They don't waste any time getting to it.
I think they're going to give penalties here to Cairns and Domi.
They had plenty of words in the game the other night in Toronto. Nothing developed here. And the officials are well aware of the previous game, of course. They go over their game sheets too, and game reports to see what had happened before they get to do their job here tonight in New York.
I think
Healy and Scatcherd are going to get penalties, or Healy and Kavasha. They haven't finished sending them to the box yet. And I really think the referees have to quiet this stuff down. And the only way to do it is give them penalties when they get into a melee.
Stanley Cup playoffs and Hockey Night in Canada brought to you by the Bat Blue. 4-on-4 hockey now with Cairns and Domi off for roughing.
Well, the whistle went and the teams were changing, and Domi goes to the box. He gets a cuff there from Schultz, and then he gets a little bump from Cairns. Then Schultz comes back, but really Healy comes in to look at Schultz and Scatcherd, and away they go, and the referees decided the two most active go to the box.
Van Imp has the puck in his own zone and goes deeper. Kavasha swings away. Can handle the puck well. Big man skates beautifully. Comes to center with Yashin, and here he comes. Kavasha comes in with a shot. And it's stopped by Joseph. A good rush by Kavasha. And set up by Yashin for the shot. Leafs get the puck out. Through center. Gilly just rolled it up over the line. And Van Imp backs up again. Gilly is forechecking. He didn't have any trouble getting by him. Gilly couldn't handle the pass. An escape. Kavasha coming up again with Yashin. Yashin trying to move in. He nearly did get in. He's around the net now. Hook it back out front. Kavasha takes it for Yashin. Shoots. Scores! Yashin makes it 2-0. New York.
Tried to score by bouncing it off Joseph from behind the net. You're going to see that. And that doesn't work right there. But then Joseph falls down, and Yashin gets a pass from Kavasha and gets it up high before Joseph can get back and get set.
That was a big shift for Kavasha. Oleg Kavasha to Alexei Yashin, and like that, it's 2-0. The Islanders get the lead they wanted. Coming out. Pauly missed that chance. Islanders get the puck up to center. Got back into Koski, who got the first goal. On with the brakes, turning back, and then fired a shot. Joseph had a little trouble with that. In behind the net to the corner. Now the play is called.
Your Islanders goal is second of the playoffs. Scored by number 79, Alexei.
Went over the board, and so the face-off, I think, is going to come outside.
28 minutes, time of the goal, 13:26.
Or it was a hand pass. There's the penalty that the fans wanted, but couldn't talk the referee into calling.
Islanders lead 2-0. Alexei Yashin makes it 2-0. Islanders. Kavasha and Van Imp, by the way, got the assist on that goal by this man, his second of the playoffs. It came at 13:26. We've now played 14:06 of the first period. 2-0. Comes another shot right on. Joseph stumbled with that one going down, but held on to it, did not give up a rebound, and two Islanders were coming in hard. Bates got very close, and there's Parrish.
The Islanders have outshot the Leafs 11-4 ever since the Leafs had a 4-0 advantage. The draws lost quickly. The two powerful shot defensemen handle the puck. Hammerlick to a coin, and Joseph has to make a stop on a 47-footer.
Bates stays on to win the draw. Coin shoots! High shot! Joseph caught that one on the shoulder and shook him a little bit. Leafs get 3 off. Bielak trying a shot. Rebound, score! Bielak coming in and got the the rebound and lifted the puck into the top of the net. And the Maple Leafs cut the lead. Just like that, it's 2-1.
Well, Belak, who's certainly not known for his offensive skills, jumps into the rush. The Leafs lose the draw for the second time in a row, and a coin takes the shot, and it hits Parrish, I think. And the rebound goes, and away go the Leafs. 3 men on the rush. And Belak, who's the third man who jumped into the rush in the 4-on-4 situation, remember? So the defenseman often becomes the offensive difference. There's the shot, and the rebound goes to Belak, and he backhands it over a sprawling Osgood.
14:23, the time of the goal by the Maple Leaf defenseman forward, Belak. So it's a 2-1 game. All Islanders up for that rush. 3 of them cut in on goal. Ball tries a shot. That's blocked. It comes right back to him. Goes around the net. Domi has it. He's held in on the boards pretty well by Korolev. Domi got loose. Got the puck out. Domi stops. Near the boards. Into the corner it goes. Michael behind the net. Michael trying to get out with it, and he does come out. Pass, shot, just wide. Domi had that shot off a stick and wide. And Miller gets the puck to his own line and leaves it for the defenseman Korolev to bring it out and down the ice. However, that's going to be an icing call. If they get to it, they do. And Cherkowski kept coming and dealt a blow, and he's going to go.
Sure he is. He should go. On an icing, when the opponent beats you to the puck, you can avoid the hit if you want it. And that'll be called every time by the officials. A body check on an icing. If it happens anywhere else on the rink, this is not a penalty. But on an icing, to protect the man that won the race, they'll call it.
And the whistle had gone seconds before. He had lots of time, in the opinion of the referee, not to continue and make that hit.
Well, once the puck is touched, the hit becomes useless. Parrish got hit just before the Leafs scored on a shot from the blue line. 37 in white. Goes to the net, and whammo, right in the face off Joseph's shoulder, and he's cut it, getting some medical attention on the Islander bench.
The Belak goal assisted by Green and Corson at 14:23. It was that trio on the rush, and Belak got the rebound and lifted it over Osgood. It's a 2-1 lead now for the New York Islanders. Powerlay back. Power play, Toronto. 0 for 2. In back of the net it goes. A point. Saw the puck, but too late to move it. The Leafs are on it quickly. Cave shot. Stopped by Osgood. Was a rebound, but covered by Hammerlick. Cave again at the blue line. Pass to Tucker to McCabe. Look out. Shot off the leg. Blocked beautifully by LaPointe. McGinley again. Sharp angle for him. Centering pass off the boards. McCabe is at the blue line. But it goes to McGinley now. McCabe shot. Drilled wide of the net. At the side of the goal. Scramble forward. Hammerlick takes it. Lifts it high and does get it out. Off the glass. All the way down the ice. 2-1. Islanders lead. Maple Leafs trying to tie. 3:45 left in the period. They dump it in. Out of the net again is Osgood. Playing a lot. High this time. Swinging at it was Lumet. Did keep it in. Colley to the corner. Open spun around by a point. Leafs get it back to the point. Lumet sets it up. Chuck doesn't get through, but there's McCauley. In front of the net. Scramble at the goal line. I think that got over the line. I do believe it got over the line. And Kerry Fraser is in there. And he says, waves his arms. I don't know what he's saying, but no doubt they're going to go upstairs. But from this angle, and I might say, folks, for this game, Harry and I have been placed down very close to the ice surface. And from this angle, Harry, I think I saw daylight.
You might have, but did Fraser blow the whistle? That might be why he waved it off with enthusiasm.
Well, the puck was loose. I can't see why he would.
Well, they're not going to go upstairs to find out if he blew the whistle. He could call it off down on the ice if he did.
Right.
Well, let's have a look and see whether we can see what the video goal judge is looking at. I would say it's in.
I saw white ice.
Let's have to see what the net cam tells us. It's a tough one.
Got to get up above, I think. See it? Here it comes. White ice,
in.
baby.
It's 2-2.
I think so. Well, he's on the phone. They're looking at what you just saw at home, folks. And he's going to turn now to center ice, either wave his arms like he did in there. I think he was waving to say, everybody move out. We're going to take our time here and be calm. And that's what he's doing now. He's taking his time, and he is calm. He's talking to the video goal judge upstairs. John D'Amico is the supervisor of the officials. He's up there, too, looking at the videotapes. If he turns and, as you know, points to center ice, this game is tied with 3:18 left in the first period.
I wonder if he's checking to see whether the Leaf player bumped it with his glove, which I don't think he did, but he was right there. He's certainly taken a lot longer to get the solution to this problem if he has a chance to look at the tape we looked at.
Well, what they're doing, they're looking at everything they can get their hands on right now. They're not going to take any chances. They looked at, we looked at 3 or 4 like you did at home. And now he's doing the same thing. Every angle that they can possibly get, they'll try. Because, you know, this is big stuff. Now, you watch the puck come through the blue ice. There's the goal line. There's the white ice. That's in.
No doubt about that.
Okay, it's a goal.
Who's going to get it? I don't know who touched it last.
3:18 left in the period, and the Toronto Maple Leafs had tied the game right here. It's 2-2. Shots are even 12-12. So it's a brand new game right now.
Well, let's have a look. This is a tough one. This would be an impossible call to be right for sure if it wasn't for the video replay. Jonas Hoagland, I think, is going to get credit for it. I'll tell you one thing. Roberts made a good play because he was thinking of bunting that puck with his glove. Had he done that, it would not have counted, obviously.
2 goals in 2 minutes and 19 seconds. The Islanders came out in a rush. Got a power play goal from Cherkowski at 5:07. And then Yashin got a second of the playoffs at 13:26. Then Vilak. And now Hoagland. Cleared on a glove out to center ice. Hoagland's third of the playoffs from McCauley and Lume. And that's another power play goal. Maple Leafs have tied the game. 16:42 of the time. 2:50 left in the period.
Interesting to see Parrish back out there. Remember, he got hit in the face with the puck.
Shoots it in. Joseph out. Calls to Lume. Lume sees him play it. He does. And the Maple Leafs bring it out. Lifted high, though, up as far as the line. Hammerlich saw Kamasha up there. He strides in. Drops it. Yashin coming out in the slot area again. Now all the way back to the line. A low shot is blocked easily in front of Joseph. 2:20 left in the period. Maple Leafs up. Pomerlane drilling it. It's in the line of the goal. And the Islanders will get it up to the point. He nearly got away. Knocked down at center ice. That was Kabasha, by the way. That center who was behind everybody. Just didn't control it. Yashin with him, too. Kabasha in his own zone trying to stop Doman. Again Doman. Kicked it behind the net. Lifted away to the far side. That's where Corson stops it. Poked it ahead. Leaf player knocked to the ice. And Van Amp got as far as center. He didn't reach the center red line. Shot it in. It was on goal. 2 teams changing. 1:30 left in the period. Hammerlich the first one back. Tucker watching him. Here comes Green. Missed him with a hit. Blake brings it out. Gets up there fast, center ice. Broken up, cleared by Toronto back. Where Hammerlich was waiting again. By Tucker with that one. 2-2 tie. 1:05 left. That's Tucker who was up in by Webb. Webb was going after everybody. And he missed the crowd at center ice that time. Webb comes again. Watch out, Travis. He got him. And he knocked down.
3 hits.
Turning is Cherkowski. Back up the center. Dave Webb, they're chanting again. Done. Back in over the line for Roberts. Roberts is knocked down. Pilash was up with him. Sierkowski turns. 25 seconds left in the period. Right wing pass Sierkowski. And up there is Bates right behind him. Shot is deflected. Wide of the net. The Leafs try to clear it. They do. 10 seconds left in the period with Bannon back to take it away from Hoagland before any damage is done. Roberts caught up with him and nailed him. 2 seconds left as the puck goes harmlessly to the corner, and the horn goes to end a spirited first period here in Uniondale, New York. Don Cherry in the coach's corner after this first period. And it's done with the Islanders scoring 2 and the Leafs coming back with 2. So after 20 minutes, here in Game 6, it's a 2-2 tie.
Coach's Corner with Don Cherry. Brought to you by B.F. Goodrich. B.F. Goodrich. Take control.
This is actually from last night in Vancouver. I thought you'd be watching, but you were out watching hockey. You didn't get home in time to see this on our last Saturday night. Don
Very
Cherry's
nice.
King from Vancouver.
Those Vancouver fans know what they're talking about.
Where were you? You were watching kids
We
play?
had Prospect under 17. I was going all day from 6:30. But I got back and watched a lot of the games and everything. You know, I got a funny thing in the warm-up. You know, you people that go to a hockey game, when you don't go to the warm-ups, you're nuts. You should get there, wherever they open, get there. Watch what, who is it? McCabe does this. Watch McCabe. Watch the goalie. Snow up on top there. Watch him get the puck. Shoot it right between his legs. I mean, and then we got Green going a little yapping here,
Well,
too.
we'll show it, highlight it just to make sure everybody sees.
Oh, you're going to have to highlight again? Okay, watch.
I check.
What that? Oh, this is what Howie Meeker used to do, remember? Just a little.
Now, normally that would cause
I tell you,
trouble.
that would cause trouble. Nobody saw it there. There would be. It's the best one I ever saw in my life. The best one. I hear Green going a little nuts here. The best one I ever saw. This is a true story. Here in Rochester, got a tough team. Dennis Ball got me Battleship Kelly. Maybe the toughest guy. He used to play Anchors away at Pittsburgh when he came on. Went to the National League. When he went to the National League, he sent me a colored television. I never forgot that. Anyhow, he's there. And we run out of pucks at the end. I'm up there watching him, coaching him. He run out of pucks. Honest to God, it's the truth. He went down in their end and pushed their goalie out of the way and took the pucks out. It was unbelievable. That's the kind of tough team we had.
I'm sure everybody at home's thinking the same thing, too, that you have a color TV with. You're going through your pink period here and looking pretty dapper tonight, I have to say. Couple of penalties.
Oh, you don't like pink? No, guys like me can wear pink.
That's true.
Guys like you, when you wear pink, it's...
I know.
You'll start holding your hand in the bars. But go ahead. What do you want?
The 2 penalties that Toronto took drove you crazy.
You know, I don't understand it. I mean, Pat's in there talking to his coaches now. I know. Can you imagine? Watch these penalties. If you're telling me guys are thinking, cross-check a guy after the thing from behind, and the referee 10 feet away. Dumb, you're one goal behind. Now watch this one. What is Volk thinking of? He spears a guy in the face. He's lucky he didn't get a 5-minute. What are they thinking of? I don't mind you take a guy and you ram him and you do something with it. Dumb penalties like that will kill you, and they scored on one.
But yes, and a matter of fact, Pat Quinn, you could see he was a little angry when Shane Corson and Kip Miller went down in a...
They're not going to call that. They're not going to call that stuff, but they'll call dummies like that.
Here's something neat that you dug up from the Lillehammer Olympic Games.
Oh, yeah, okay. Now, remember I told you Johansson has a history of doing that, and he's not going to learn? Well, Kathy Broderick got this here. But watch this here. Here he gets it here. He turns back, right? Now watch it, Lillehammer. Watch this here. You people remember, he lays there. Watch, the puck goes in the corner. Watch, look. Goes the other way. If he comes back the other way, he's not in trouble at all. Oh, we just thought you throw, and there he is laying there again.
And that's not to encourage hitting from behind. It's such a tough one, right? Because every time you show it, you see like a guy turns, you're justifying hits from behind, I know.
No, I'm not justifying the hits from behind. The guy's there. All he had to do when he picked up the puck is just keep on going. He'd have walked out. The other way, he'd have walked out. When you turn, am I going through this again? No. When you turn back, when the guy's coming, you're meat. Keep going, kids.
And it's right in the NHL casebook, rulebook, everything, that if you turn, it's no penalty. But now, the other one is Tucker on Pekka. You never did get to respond to whether or not you felt Darcy low-bridged Michael and tore up his knee. So let's have a look at that hit, and you give us your... Colin Campbell didn't look at it. Do you think he should have?
Well, he did go low, but he hit him with his hip. But I can't understand Pekka. The one thing I don't understand is what Pekka thinking of. He's got this pit bull cousin because he hates him. Tucker hates Pekka. Do you see him before he went like that? He grabbed. You know he's going to come, and he passes the puck 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and hits him, and he's not looking at him. When you know a pit bull's coming at you, I can't understand Pekka not getting ready. I'm not going to say it's borderline. Let me put it that way. It's borderline. It'd be tough to call that because he did hit him with his hip. It wasn't a clipping going along the ice.
It's not, I love Hilliard Graves.
Hilliard Graves,
not
I wasn't going to mention
used to be good.
Hilliard Graves, now that was a different story.
Different era, too. Here's Vancouver.
What's that got to do with it?
Well, it was such a mean era that what Hilliard did, I don't think was out of place.
Are you kidding? Hilliard Graves, Jack Lynch, he ruined lives, Hilliard Graves.
But he had to stay in a tough league. I'm sure you had to.
He's just a little guy. Yeah. Someday I'll go through his thing. Anyhow,
what are we going to do? Yes, let's do Hasek. You want to do Hasek, Hall, and Gilmore?
All right, let me just go. Yeah, I want to do them. Remember I said that Hasek's got to get in the Toronto game, Goguen, drink water, Goguen. He's got to get in the game. Got to get at the referees. Now watch. This is when he started in Vancouver. He gets up. Now he's starting to get in the game. See him whack him. That's it. Remember he said this is what he's got to do. He's giving them heck. Remember he used to throw gloves and stuff like that? He's not in the game when he's falling asleep. Falls asleep like that. And I'll tell you, Detroit, here he is over there again. Vancouver did a great job. And you got to be proud of them. But when they didn't come out playing desperate that third game, and I'll tell you, from here on in, nobody's going to get Detroit napping from now. And that's what happened. They got him the first 2 times napping. Nobody's going to do it again. Yzerman, Hall, we're going to show a thing, Hall. Let's hurry. Let's Hall. Watch this here. How this guy gets in, and he's an invisible man. How can a guy that scores 4,000 goals be open? Look at this. He's all open like that. He just knows how to get into those spots. See him go to his knee? Yeah. That's what Yzerman's going to their knee. Now watch him go down their knee when he shoots. Yzerman does that too. Watch when he shoots, kid. Puts so much into it, he goes right down to his knee.
Here's the other hero of yesterday.
All right, Dougie Gilmore. Watch this lovely pass right up the middle. Puts it right on the tape. Tedor was the story, 42-13. But I'll tell you, Dougie Gilmore, look at those. He's got those wide. Look at that. Puts it out, making $2 million. If he's not making $4 million next year, I'll eat your hat. One more thing. Good. Everybody talks about Scotty. Why is Scotty such a great coach? Well, he get this, he get that. McCarty got a dumb penalty with 2 minutes to go when Vancouver was coming off, and he got off. And they could have tied it up or something, or not tied it up, but they could have come right back. 99.9 coaches, that's it for McCarty. The next shift when he come back, I was watching if he put him right back on, because if he hadn't put him back on, he'd have lost him for the playoffs. That's what makes Scotty's great. He's a master.
Daring to be different. Don Cherry in the Coach's Corner on Hockey Night in Canada.
Coach's Corner on CBC. Brought to you by BF Goodrich. BF Goodrich. Take control.
2 after 20 minutes in Uniondale. One of the spark plugs goes without saying in this series for Toronto. Standing by now at the rink with Scott Oak.
Darcy, the rally has the Leafs tied with the Islanders now, but I think most people watching this game would agree it was a bit of a soft start for you. How would you explain that in this elimination game?
I don't think it was a soft start. We had the first power play chance. We had a couple great chances on the power play to open the game up. I thought we started really well, but got to stay out of penalty trouble. If we're going to win in this rink, they got a good power play, and their fans get involved when we get penalties.
You're at the eye of the storm as far as Islander fans are concerned. Does it bother you at all, having any effect on you?
No, not at all. It's part of the game. Obviously, when you play physical hockey and things like that happen, your fans are going to stick up for your players, and they're doing a great job for Mike and Kenny.
Thank you, Darcy.
Thanks.
Up to the minute. Brought to you by Ford of Canada. Canada's #1 choice.
Don Cherry absolutely loved the Tisdale Trojans' defense. Off the glass, great passes. And you know what, Don? They had a great gunfight. One of the most famous gunfights in Canadian history happened outside of Tisdale, Saskatchewan. They shot 4 Russian Bolsheviks, the police out there. I thought you'd don't comment, please. I don't know why I brought that up. It's in the museum in lovely Tisdale, northeast hub of Saskatchewan. Kyle McLaren, by the way, was confirmed today, suspended for the remainder of the first round. See if you can follow. The incident resulted from an instantaneous but inappropriate on-ice reaction by a defending player who was about to be beaten by an opposing puck carrier. I don't believe this was a premeditated attempt to injure. You're up to the minute. We'll come back with a second period on Long Island next.
Up to the minute. Brought to you by Ford of Canada, Canada's #1 choice.
Islanders were up 2-0 in the first period, and the Maple Leafs came back to tie it. 2-2 now, and here's the second period for you in Game 6. Leafs lead the series 3-2. Win tonight, that'll be it. Islanders won a Game 7. Orlev came back to pick off that pass. Evgeny Korolev plays it up over center and into the lead zone. Uniondale in to touch it, and that is called back.
Well, a good, hard played, physical first period. Here are the goals. Tchaikovsky scores at 5:07. Off the face-off. The shot gets through. Joseph makes the save. Tchaikovsky with nobody around him puts it in. Then Yashin takes a pass from Kavasha and fires it up into the top of the net. 2-0. Belak, when they're 4-on-4 skaters, grabs the rebound and backhands it in. And a little more than 2 minutes later, Jonas Houghton on a goal that the video goal judge had to review, and it just got over the line.
Hoagland's third of the series. Tying the game. Islanders move out. Penalty coming up against Toronto again. Early in this period. Play comes in over the line, and McCabe was caught.
Well, that's that can opener play that Mike Milbury, the general manager, was complaining about not being called. As you can see, Miller gets outside. There it is, the can, and now it's open. And Miller goes down, and it's a hooking penalty. He doesn't get called on it every time, but when he's beaten like that and doesn't get close to the man, it's called. Like there, it's the same play, but he catches up to the player.
They call it tripping, of course, at 39 seconds. What a chance now for the Islanders. They have a power play goal in the game, scored, of course, in the first period on one of their 3 shots. Now they're in there again. Diggs is in front of the net. Rebound was there for him. It was covered in time. He did not get to it. Kept onside, barely onside by O'Coin. Berg after it. Tipped into the corner behind the net. Ball comes back. He's shoved off the puck. It's Big Hammerlick who takes it back. Long shot. High and wide. Joseph didn't see that either. He just heard it go by him and hit the boards. Berg trying to knock it out. Crowd wanted another penalty call. They don't get it. In front of the net. Back to the corner again. Yashin to the blue line. Back in for Yashin. With a break shot on the boards, and he waits and waits. Now the pass. A good pass it was. Hammerlick fires it in off the ball, and they score. A point in off the blue line, off the rebound, off the goal post. And another power play goal for the Islanders. They're ahead of the game again. 3-2.
Again, a point shot starts the trouble for the Leafs. As it's off the post there, and the point sneaks in and puts it in. So if it isn't Hammerlick, it's a coin. And you can see that the Islanders nearly scored in the first one. That is the 10th power play goal for the Islanders in this series. And they've scored 17. So stay out of the penalty box would be the orders Pat Quinn will be giving his Maple Leafs.
The second of the playoffs goal by number 3, Adrian Foy. Assistant number 17, Sean Bates, and number 4, Roman Hammerlick.
Hammerlick and Bates getting assists on the goal by a point.
And 4 Hammerlick, top of the goal.
And it's a lead for them again. Webb dumped it in. Joseph stopped it. Another big rebound off Curtis Joseph. Another shot by O'Coin. He missed by 6 feet this time. Other side. The shot by Van Imp. Knocked away from the net and in behind. Green is back there and Webb is all over him. Belak in on Webb. This is a big tussle. Webb is fighting hard in there and the Islanders get the puck loose. Hammerling hands on to his man though. Now Webb is pushed in on the boards. Fights for it. Kicks it loose. Goes down on one knee and gets back up. And now he's down and won't move to the puck this time as the Leafs bring it out. Down to center. Hammerling tried to pick up the pass in the backhand and didn't. Coming in on goal is Bleak. Centered it. Scatchard was in and tipped it high and wide. Green covers him. Not well enough though. Scatchard gets it out. And that's picked off in front by McGillney. His pass down the center. Tucker's long shot. McGillney dunked it center ice on the play. McGillney tried to knock it down and did. His glove up high. He couldn't do much with it. Scatchard back in. Gets it over the line to the left side. It's fired from there. Off the cave and wide of the net. Islanders fighting harder here in the second period to start it off. They're ahead now. 3-2 as Morrison comes in. His pass. Healy's shot off the shoulder. Back to Healy. Another shot wristed right on the shins on the defenseman Korolev. Leafs can't pick it up. Yashin! Stopped by Joseph. Yashin all alone. Hammerlick at the blue line. Shot off the skate. In front Kabasha. Knocked down in front of the net. Leafs get it out. Kabasha delivers a right hand to the chest of Pilash. Got away with that. Kabasha is bumped by Domi. They have words. Domi saw the right hand of Kabasha on Pilash and came up to say something to Big Kabasha.
Well, there's lots of bodies flying out here tonight. The New York Islanders out-hit the Leafs 21-9. Now, you can never trust the guy that counts the hits in this building because somebody leads the league every year. But here is the chance for Yashin, but he can't beat Joseph, and that would have given the Islanders a 2-goal advantage. And this guy doesn't miss when he gets in here very often. Nice stop by Joseph and a timely one to say the least.
Timely for sure. With the game 3-2, Islanders already had 1-2-goal lead in the game in the first period. And the Leafs came back to tie it. But they're ahead again on the O'Coin goal, his second of the series. At 1:35 of the second period, Bates and Hammerlick assisted on yet another power play goal for the New York Islanders. Shots are 16-15 Islanders. Pretty even then in that department. Islanders are in again. Here's a chance. Shot off the side of the post. Scatchard had a great chance there. Leafs get it up to Roberts. Going through center. Backhands it in over the line. They're onside and stay after it. Comes to Roberts and bats it on the boards and keeps it in. Paulie was knocked down. He got back up and hooked it back with a skate. Roberts centering pass. Berg was in off the blue line. It was intercepted in front of him. Parrish got a stick in front of the Leafs. Keep it in. Long shot. Blocked by Osgood. He will hang on to this.
Well, the Leafs did a good job of puck recovery 3 times in that shift. Paulie and Roberts and Hoagland fought the Islander player off for the puck and got it back to the point twice. And Osgood had to make a stop.
Outside post, that low shot. Islanders causing problems inside that blue line. Very effective and very physical. Face off deep in the Islander zone, and the Leafs move up inside the line. A good 10 feet is Belak. Harris shot the puck around his net. Made up on the boards. It'll be brought out by Miller. Decides to fire the puck in from long range. Here's Miller to pick it up behind the goal. Batted away from him to the corner. Balk was hit. He and Cairns bumped together. Balk moved on the puck though. It goes behind the net to the corner. Good physical play by Tchaikovsky. He's given a bump now, but gets loose from that. Cuts around the net with it. Leaves it for Miller, who was missed on that attempt. Back in front, a quick shot by everybody, including Tchaikovsky. He hooked it back to the point. Long shot, screen, knocked down. Joseph Cherkowski was knocked down on the play, and I think Wade Belak will be the penalized player when all is said and done. It'll be Belak. When we come back, another Islanders power play. It'll be a 5-on-4. That's what will happen. Belak and Carberlay are gone for the Maple Leafs, and Schultz of the New York Islanders is in the box. He and Carberlay had something going.
Well, Belak gets the first penalty. Here it is here on Cherkowski, who's playing an inspired game tonight. You can see they're going to probably call it interference or tripping. And then after that penalty was called, a little melee broke out, and Carberlay and Schultz got two apiece. So the Islanders will be on the power play again, and it has kept them alive in this series and may win this hockey game for them.
Dynamite again in this game, 2 for 3 in the power play. A total of 8 shots, Harry, on 3 power plays. That's controlling the puck pretty well inside the opponent's blue line. And that's where the faceoff will occur this time. Belak interference. Carberlay unsportsmanlike. Schultz, same thing. Down the ice first. Point. Was just scored at 1:35 of the period for the New York Islanders, and a power play is on there again. And lobs it to center. Pumps it in on the right side. Bates was over there to try and pick it up. Center by everybody. Down the ice. A coin had moved a bit too far. And it went behind. Here comes McCauley. McCauley going around the net. Circles and moves away as Osgood played it smartly. Coin will bring the puck back out. This time he passes to Hammerlick, his defense partner. Joseph stopped that beautifully. Cleared on the boards. Hammerlick there, but Volk beat him and got the puck out. Coin to Yashin. Had to turn back from Corson. Hammerlick gets his own. In comes Bates. Bates for the corner. Rolled it behind the net for Parrish. Parrish comes out, takes a look. He'll go back to the corner or try, and it was intercepted. Trying to bat it in there. Coin passes one in deep. In front of the net is Bates. The shot from the short side by Yashin was no good. And Bates missed the pass, but it got to his defenseman. And now Volk turns and finds the opening easily to clear. 38 seconds left in the power play. Islanders in again. Koski in there with Trent Hunter. And that's fired away down the ice by the Maple Leafs. 25 seconds left. The coin around the net. 3-2, the Islanders are leading. Looking for another 2-goal lead. A shot in. Joseph under the net missed that. Around the net, Miller just missed it. It'll be cleared again by Toronto. Out through center ice. Good play by Travis Green. Tucker kills some time. Green up near center. But the coin stopped that. Hunter brings it back in. There's Miller. Around the net, centered it, hit the side of the goal. Clearing play, hit Hunter, kept in by Cherkowski. There's Tucker. O'Coy hit him. Not hard though. Carberlay brings it up. Shot is fired wide of the net. So at full strength, it is 3-2 New York Islanders. Here in Game 6 in Long Island. Islanders are changing and the Leafs are moving. Center, giveaway. Back in there for Blake. In on goal! Shot stopped by Joseph. Big rebound! Again, a centering pass. Korolev had a chance to shoot and elected to pass. Back in for Roberts. Roberts is nailed! Shot is high. Knocked down. And the Islanders cleared off the boards and out. Bodies are flying everywhere in this second period. 2 more hit the deck at center ice. In comes Gary Roberts. Couldn't catch up with the puck, but here's a shot. Blocked by Osgood. And he hangs on. Roberts and Webb are having words, pushing themselves to the corner, and now they get apart. Yeah, this is the Stanley Cup playoffs, all right, on Hockey Night in Canada, brought to you by La Batte Blue.
The Islanders have been very aggressive tonight, and the best body checker of all is this one on a big-time, clean but thundering body check thrown by Webb. Blake gets this chance, and Korolev walks in off the point and tries to pass it across. What a play by McCabe, because you can see that Blake was waltzing right in all alone, and McCabe's stick deflected it over his.
11:44 left in a hard-hitting, fast-skating second period. Islanders have the one goal and lead in 3-2. Coyne scored that on yet another power play. Webb is up, tucked it up over the line. Play worked that time for Jason Blake. Now Webb trying to get loose. The step was grabbed from behind. Nobody saw it except 16,000 here. Cairns back in his own zone. Crawley ripped the shot and put it right on. Hogan now. Lost it though. Got it back. McCauley is up there too. But it's cleared back to center by New York. Long shot. That's blocked. Blake after it. And McCauley is back. Pass to Carberlay. Up through center. Carberlay gets his own. Played it at the net. And it's cleared very coolly by Osgood. Got it up. And Biggs took the pass and got rid of it. Vilas shoots it back in. Icing will be the call. If Hammer catches it, he does on the race. And it's called back. Icing.
Well, Steve Webb, who's much more noticeable in this rink with his body checks than he was in Toronto, and he has thrown some dandies, I'll tell you that, and leads the team not only in the number of hits, but in the number of big-time ones. You saw the one on Roberts. Here he nearly kills his own player. There's the best hit of the night and the cleanest one. And Belak, who's been a tough customer, throws Webb into the boards as Joseph clears the puck out of the way. So you're not safe anywhere out there tonight.
Cummins has just gone to the bench. But he and Tucker had some words, and it looked for a moment as if they were going to clash.
Well, the referee should crack down on the Islanders' late changes. It makes that 15-second rule in Olympics look much better idea. You've got to change. I know you get the last change when you're the coach at home, but you shouldn't be allowed to take 10 seconds after you see the opposition out there. Get it in next year and speed these games up.
I second the motion. They get used to it. That's the beauty of it. The players just latch right on once they're caught 2 or 3 times. Up the center ice. Maple Leafs gain the zone. Pilash is stopped. Trying to go around to the corner and then around the net. Pilash is decked in there. And then hit him. Comes out front. Chance! And down is Osgood to make a big stop. The setup was made. Tucker whipped it in there. And the shot was taken, and Osgood made a good save.
I think Kerry Fraser's going to give a penalty to Jason Blake, who hammered the Leaf player after the play. Nice stop by Osgood, and then there's the punch or the elbow by Blake, and he's going to go for it. Osgood's been much sharper tonight than he was in either game in Toronto. The flutter shot off the stick of McGillney. He didn't get all of it, and then there's the elbow.
9:41 is the time of the penalty.
There's been a lot more serious hits than that have not been called. But after the whistle, remember that.
Toronto's 4th power play of the game. They have 1 power play goal. Shoots it off the boards hard right away. It's down the length of the ice. They're approaching the halfway mark of the second. Power play Toronto. They're down a goal. Crawley takes it up over the line. Drops it back to Hogan. He drops it back to McKay. He goes the other way and the shot is on. Osgood sharp again. Here's Hogan stopping it behind the net. However, that wasn't a good pass. It's easily picked off and cleared by Kalasha. Carberlay. McCabe to his left. Carberlay racing in. Osgood out. Stops. Leaves it there for Hammerlick. Wide open for Scatcherd on the point. And they get it out to center ice. Carberlay will take it up again. Made a dandy move at the blue line. And then McCauley whipped the pass over in front. That Hogan missed. And then Tucker missed. Shot down again. Leafs are changing. Only 55 seconds left in the power play now. Just the 1 shot so far and moving to center. Carberlay lost control. They stay on side, however, and get it in. That'll be easily cleared down the ice by Domi. The Lions will get out of the way, these fans. Happens once in a while, and Green turns it back. And the Leafs take advantage of that. Shot to the glass. Butler comes up. By him. It's kept in. Long shot. Rebound. Right there. Cleared by O'Quine in time. It was behind Osgood. And they got it out. A race for it. They get back. Back up they come. Tucker left it go to McGillney. He turns now. Tucker, McGillney. Other side. To the corner is Lumet. McGillney out front. Tucker fanned on it at the blue line. Penalty over. Pilac and move. Made a pass. Now the shot. And it's easily blocked. Racing away is Jason Blake. It's a 2-on-1 with Bates. Stopped by Joseph. And he hangs on.
Nicely played by your teammate.
The election was to take the shot. And Joseph made the save and smothered the rebound. Face off deep in the zone. Scatcherd for the New York Islanders. Corson for Toronto. Somebody waved out. It's Corson. 8:03 left in the second period. It is 3-2. The New York Islanders are in front. And Domi will try to win a face-off. Yashin comes in. Scatcherd also going. Now they're set. Good, he wins it clean. To the corner. Yashin gets away from Domi and comes out. Weak shot goal. Joseph down. Havasha on it. Gets it back to the point. Long shot. Knocked down in front. Joseph is down again. And another penalty coming up to the Maple Leafs. From the scramble, Joseph couldn't get back on his skates. And he was scrambling for it. And Aki Berg, in the meantime, took a penalty.
What do we call a holding penalty? It's in front of the net. They have saved a goal, as you're going to see here. The rebound comes off Joseph, and Scatcherd looks like he can get to it, but he's tackled by Aki Berg and can't get a stick on the puck.
This one comes with 7:47 left in the second period.
Two-on-one rush. Pilac, not Lumi, as I mentioned earlier, makes a nice play. Doesn't allow the pass. That allows Joseph to worry just about the shooter. And he made the save.
3-2, New York Islanders. They didn't drop it squarely. Again, they'll try to face off in that circle. Islanders are 2 for 4 in the power play in the game.
Colley's thrown out, so Gary Volk's going to have to take this penalty kill face-off. Oh, there's 1 second gone on the penalty on that fake draw, so they got to put it back up as 2.
Funny, the meantime had not changed to 7:47. 2 minutes now on the clock. They'll get that anyway, and the Leafs take it and clear it first. Coyne had a chance, a bit too high for him. Ball. Penalty killer up, making the move, trying to slow them a bit. Yashin just got away from that hit. It was Carbonet, probably not a big hit anyway, Kelly.
Lucky it wasn't Webb.
Down the center, knocked it behind the net. Toronto Maple Leafs on it to keep it in. That'll be Bates. Boyer not doing well so far in this power play. And out they come. Bates pass. Yashin takes it over the line. Threw it over in front of the net. Here comes a shot. That's high and wide. Bates came in after it. And it'll be Green of the Maple Leafs who hooked it away. Tucker is a man up with it. Tucker coming in. He turns at the blue line. Fires a shot. Down across in front of Osgood. Green was in there against Hammernick, and this is O'Quine. Out he comes. Islanders power play move on. 50 seconds left on it. No shot this time. Pilac hit it hard. Gets it the length of the ice. 6:30 left in the second. Islanders trying to increase that lead again. They were ahead 2-0. Leafs tied it. A goal early in this period on the power play. It was a Coyne who scored it. He's on the ice now. And the Leafs move it up to a Coyne. There he is. Pass knocked down low. Nice play up the line to keep it in. That was Reichel. Islanders turn. Miller had to swing back as Roberts was on top of him. Van Impe was stopped at the Maple Leaf blue line. And the penalty is now over. Shot down the ice. They won't call icing on this one, even though Berg had just stepped from the box. It had hit that line up there. 5:38 left in the period. Leafs have pulled it off. Major accomplishment, the way the Islanders have been so strong on their power play. No icing. Good hustle to get back. And the Leafs lifted out. It was Roberts who poked it up the center ice. Roberts ran into Webb. He had him lined up. Webb is still stumbling. He threw a right-handed Roberts. Play goes right on, and Roberts comes back after Webb as the Islanders come in front of the net. Webb got a backhander away. Tipped up wide, and the Maple Leafs are on the attack. Reichel brings it up. Shoots it before he hits the line. He's headed off. Roberts comes in with a hit on his man on the boards. Lume pass to Berg. He can't get a shot through. It's blocked. Line on the point. Berg is up there near the point again and kept it in. Blake was stopped by Berg. Islanders get it away to LaPointe up over the line. Webb was turning to go off, and now LaPointe joins him. Those Leafs have time to move it up. And Berg takes the pass. A high one gets in over the line, and it's knocked down. McGinley, though, couldn't play it. Back up for New York. Yashin has room. Yashin could move! And the shot is on. And Curtis Joseph has to make a big stop off Yashin, who made a beautiful move to get open.
Mike Bossy, part of the alumni, Nystrom, Bob Thorne, Clark Gillies. One of the real nice things that's happened here, because for a while, the old-timers, the alumni that had on those great teams are kind of outlawed around here.
4:20 left in the second period. Islanders 3 and the Maple Leafs 2. Domi won't get near this. Cairns was in there in front of him. Shot out and down the ice again. The Leafs had to hurry back. Relash good. Faded by Kabasha. Barely missed it. That's Schultz turning. Islanders in. A low shot stopped by Joseph. Big rebound though. Kabasha gets it out. Another shot from the crowd is blocked. Cairns had to back up in a hurry as Corson got it down the ice. Kabasha stepped over in front of Healy. Corson upended across the line. Look for a penalty. Now he grabs Schultz. They had words, hooked each other a bit. Play goes right on. Corson has gone to the bench. Healy up over the line, trying to stick handle in. Two Islanders sandwiched him. Domi ran into Schultz. It's chopped out over the line by Bates. Green circles at center. Back to Coverley. Moved it up the center with a nice pass. Green got in, couldn't shoot it. He's tied up. And it's brought back out by Parry. Shot New York. Now with Bates. He's speeding in and he can do that. A shot. Stop. Rebound. Joseph made a big stop on that shot. It was a bullet. Leafs get it up the center. McGinley is up there, but the pass doesn't get to him. Cleared back in by New York. 2:40 left in the period. Coverley dances away to center ice. He flipped it before he got to the line. The Islanders turn it back. Here's LaPointe. One man back. He got it in for Blake. Shot off Joseph's blocker. Blake after his own rebound. Good move by Blake. Good hustle. But the Leafs get it out. McGinley just missed it. Cleared to center again. Lume have to wait till they're outside. He doesn't wait. Tucker and Webb are pushing and shoving. A little left hand, a late one by Tucker onto the jaw of Webb. Their arms linked again as the linesman come in.
Well, the play was offside, so all this extracurricular activities went on after the whistle. I don't think they're going to call any penalties. Webb has nailed quite a few Leafs tonight, and here Tucker wants to give him a little bit of his own medicine. Doesn't bother Webb very much.
2:10 left in the period. Tucker all afire.
Intentional offside, they're calling it, so they're bringing the faceoff all the way back down into the Leaf zone.
3-2 Islanders. Game 6, trying to force a Game 7 back in Toronto. It's scheduled for Tuesday, should there be a Game 7 at 7 Eastern. Yashin won it, coming, shot it ahead. Bates, backhander coming up. It's stopped, but a rebound, and Joseph reached over to make a big save. Parrish was in and thought he had one. Cairns watches Lupe Roberts dump to the blue line. Roberts 1-on-1 call. He doesn't get it. Bates comes in again. He stopped, cleared out. Roberts trying to hustle forward. Cairns is there, and he saw him come. And Cairns ran into the boards, and Roberts is hurt. Roberts is hurt. He sidestepped the hit all right, but he might have twisted his knee. And Roberts is tough trying to get back to the skates.
Forgetting how Roberts was out a long time with that rib injury, and he's recovered enough now to complain to referee Dvorsky that it should have been a charge, and he's cut, as you can see, on the left cheek.
Well, Roberts had that muscle tear, Harry, near the rib. He was telling me one day, the ribs are fine, but there's nothing they can do with the muscle tear. They just have to wait and wait and wait. It has healed enough, and he was delighted to say he was able to play. Doctors gave him permission. He wanted to, of course, and here he is now. He saw that hit coming and backed off.
Well, let's have a look at this. Has been a nasty game, to say the least, and there's the one call early in this same shift that Parrish nailed Roberts, and the puck will come back to Roberts shortly, and here it is right here. Now watch Cairns take a run at it. It's out of the way, and then Cairns' stick that went into the Leaf bench came back and clipped Roberts in the face. And he looked a lot worse then than he did once he composed himself and got over to speak to the referee.
Got stumbled a bit when he got up. That's why I thought maybe he might have twisted his knee trying to avoid that check.
Boy, he was lucky he got out of the way of it, I'll tell you that. And there is Chris Broadhurst patching him up. But he was going into the Leaf bench the hard way if he didn't pull up. Now there's the stick. You can see Cairns' stick comes up from underneath and clips Roberts in the cheek.
Comes down on his skates.
There it is.
It's a stick okay, but the left leg is what took all the weight. Seems to be okay though.
I think it's more of a being stunned by the stick than anything else. It looked like it was worse than that.
Comes with a minute and a half left in the period. Boy, it's been another tough period. No question about that. Here's Domi. Pass by Domi. Shot by Corson is blocked. Yashin gets the puck out. Kardashian's with him on that far side. Kardashian along the boards. McCabe takes him in on the boards in the corner. Yashin gets the puck away. Trying to move away from his check. Domi won't let him move. Hangs on to him. Sebastian poked it ahead. Harberley is watching his man. Big crowd along the boards, and the puck is fired to the corner, and Joseph is out with Yashin there. Yashin will get to the puck. Will he get a chance to make a play? I don't think so. He's down now. Domi took him down. Domi also down and out of the play, and the Leafs hang on by lifting the puck out and down the ice. Harberley fired it over. Corson might do something with this. Shot is on, and Osgood had the angle. No problem. Corson kept coming for the net, and of course, they jumped in front of him. 33 seconds left in the period.
Well, this has been a very abrasive game, and the Islanders are much more physical here than they were in Toronto. And if you've got the puck for very long. Look at Dobie's got a hold of Cairns' helmet to strap. If you've got the puck very long, you're going to get hit. And the Islanders making a determined bid to stay alive have been very aggressive. And here you can see this Cairns stick was stuck in the skate of Corson, and he wanted a tripping call. 33 seconds left. 3-2 New York. Second period.
Shots are dead even. 23. The Islanders have the majority of the hits, but the Leafs are creeping back with several of their own. A solid hitting hockey game. No doubt about that. Blake has gone to the bench. Islanders have the 5 on, ready to go in front of Osgood. Leafs 6. 5 in front of Joseph are all inside the line. So the team's at full strength for the last 30 seconds of the period. Despite the rough going moments ago, no penalties.
Green's being thrown out. The linesman here's throwing a lot of guys out.
Tucker takes the draw. Coyne, the goal scorer of the period, gets it out to center ice. Coyne there at center himself now, gets set to roll it in. Lifts it in wide of the net. Joseph goes the other way with it. To get away from Webb. Oh, Webb is in there with a hit again. On Lume this time. Bates, he's stopped. Here comes Webb. He nails Tucker. Had him lined up and nailed it. Listen to the crowd on that hit, will you? Period is over, and now they're standing and cheering. Webb at center ice, and Lume gave him a shot going by. Steve Webb. He's a piece of work, is he not?
Well, Darcy Tucker's a marked man, so Webb's getting a great ovation for this one. Right as the period ended, up the boards to the left of Joseph. Here comes Webb. Tucker dumps the puck out and takes that shot from Webb. I'm not sure Tucker even touched the puck.
The only goal was scored on a power play at 1:35 of the second period. Bates and Hammerlick assisted on a Coyne second of the series. 3-1, New York.
Some cricket. Here's Islander veteran Claude Lapointe. Claude, Islanders 7 years out of the playoffs. You were here for 5 of those. Were you starting to think you would never see the postseason again?
Oh, definitely. You know, every year we hope to get to have a good year, to get a good start, and you know, go to December, January, you're out of the playoff spot for 5 years. You know, it's really disappointing.
Should anybody be surprised at how nasty this game has turned?
No, we're not surprised at all, especially last game what happened to Pekka and Janssen. You know, we have to respond tonight. I think we do that pretty well.
Thanks for your time, Claude.
Thank you.
There's Islander veteran Claude Lapointe. Stand by for after 40 minutes. Ron McLean will talk to Islander great Clark Gillies here at the Nassau County Coliseum. Islanders with a power play goal from Adrian Coyne lead the Leafs 3-2 after 2.
After 40 minutes, brought to you by Honda Power Equipment Dealers. The yard sale is on now.
For the Flyers. Squared one. Here's Sutter. Into Clark Gillies. Around Barnes. Scores! Clark Gillies! And it's 5-2 Islanders!
That's a beautiful voice of Dan Kelly describing one of Clark's many great contributions to those 4 consecutive Stanley Cups. Here's Clark Gillies joining us now from Long Island. And Clark, great to see you, first of all, and to see all the alumni there. They must be doing a super job of creating a good mood around there again.
It's wonderful, Ron. This place is on fire. I've talked to so many people that watched us win the 4 Stanley Cups, and I'm emotionally drained up to this point. I said I can't imagine going through 3 more series and doing this 4 years in a row.
Isn't that something? Yeah. Tell us about the series and the game tonight. I don't think some of the players who are running around would be running around if you were playing in that game, but boy, it's tough. I can't remember a series, and you were in some beauties that so many key players were banged up. Can you?
Well, that was one of the reasons I think that we were so successful, is that we stayed pretty healthy, and you know, being good is one thing, but you got to have the horses to pull the wagon, and we were fortunate not to have too many injuries over those years. It's been very physical, I'll tell you what, and some of the things that have gone on have fired up a lot of guys in our team. I mean, all the guys in Toronto are playing hard, and there's been some things happen that have been very controversial, but this is a very tough game, and sometimes you get a little carried away and some things happen, but I think they're playing it hard out there tonight, and it's been a wonderful game up to this point. Of course, I'm obviously cheering for the Islanders, but both teams are playing very, very tough at this point.
Yeah, you really appreciate the price that gets paid, don't you? You know, 1974, when you won the Memorial Cup in Calgary at the Corral there with the Pats,
right?
They always said your fight in the second period and your big goal when you came back on the Quebec Ramparts. Do you remember who the referee was that night?
It might have been Kerry Fraser.
It was. Isn't that something? All these years later, Fraser.
Do you remember the guy that I had to fight with?
Nantes, is that?
Richard Nantes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that was the same situation. You know, you're down 3-1 after a period, and you look around the room and you say, well, I better do something to get this team fired up, and it hasn't. The game hasn't changed a whole lot since then, I'll tell you that.
No, you know, that's the thing you think about. Like, we just showed that goals from the 1980 playoffs. Ask Pat Quinn if they were talking about referees. I mean,
right.
So a good question for you, though. Do you like the two referees?
You know, they've kept it pretty close tonight as much as they can. I mean, there's been some things that they possibly could have called, but I think they've, you know, on a whole, they've done a real good job tonight. They're letting the guys hit. You know, you got a bunch of guys running around out there. Webb has delivered some vicious body checks tonight, and Toronto's played really tough as well. And we were in Toronto the other night watching the game. Bobby Nystrom and I flew up with a friend of ours. We were able to go up and see the game. It's just real tough hockey. You know, there's been some hits that have been controversial. Obviously, you don't like to see what happened to Kenny Johnson, and you don't like to see what happened to Pekka as far as we're concerned. But, you know, and we've just decided, and we sit here and we've talked to the players on this team and say, you got to go out there and just play hard. This is not going to be easy. This is a very, very tough game, and if you're not ready to pay the price, then you're not going to be successful. And I think you see that from our squad tonight, and that's not to take anything away from the Leafs. It's been very, very tough, very, very physical hockey by both teams.
Saw Bob Nystrom gave his award for the unsung hero to Steve Webb, so he loves him grapes. He gets on his nerves, but, you know, Don's kind of loving the Leafs just like you're loving your Islanders. Hey, just a thought on, we were saying Brett Hull in the coach's corner, big game last night for the Detroit Red Wings, and you played with the other most famous power play goal specialist in Stanley Cup history, Mike Bossy. How would you compare those two?
Well, they both deliver the puck a lot of different ways. Brett's always been a very talented goal scorer. Mike Bossy, in my opinion, was the best goal scorer that I have ever seen. I think most goalies could never figure out which of the 10 ways he could shoot it that he was going to shoot it. You know, they come up, and good players tend to come up in big games, and Brett certainly did that last night for Detroit. I was very shocked at the fact that Vancouver was able to beat them the first two games in Detroit, but at that point, when you look at the talent level that Detroit has, and you know what, the age factor may creep in there before the playoffs are over, but this is a very proud bunch, and they obviously showed that coming back and winning 4 straight.
As you used to do back in those mid-'80s. Well, not you, but some of the guys. Geez, could listen to you all night. By the way, Dennis Sobchuk's mom, I saw her out at Wisconsin in Regina. Said hello to you, so for Dennis and her. Clark Gillies.
Ron.
Yep, 2/3 of the great trio grand of Mike Bossy, Brian Trottier. The Islanders, they were something to behold, and the mood's just as fun down there. Not for Toronto, mind you. What a game it is. The Leafs trailing 3-2. Game 7, if required, will be Tuesday night, 7 ET at the ACC.
After 40 minutes, brought to you by Honda Power Equipment Dealers. The yard sale is on now.
Studio 43 in Toronto. It's the Islanders 3, Toronto 2 after 2 periods of play in Uniondale. Yesterday, the Montreal Canadiens, Jose Theodore, unbelievable, and 2 players just into the lineup, Aaron Asham and Bill Lindsay, with a huge contribution as the Habs won at the Fleet Center in Boston to go up in the series against the Bruins, getting set for Game 6 tomorrow night at the Molson Center. Earlier today, Steve Armitage spoke to Bill Lindsay.
Bill Lindsay got a chance to play in Game 5 in Boston, and Bill, you made the most of it.
Yeah, it was a good opportunity for me. We've got some depth here on this hockey club, and with Zednik going down, gave me an opportunity to get back in, and it was good. I got a goal, which was exciting, and we got a big win.
Bill, I don't think you want to see Theodore as busy in Game 6 as he was in Game 5.
We got to be more aggressive, that's for sure. They took the play for 2 periods. They totally dominated the play, and Theo won the game for us. I mean, it's pretty bottom line right there. So we've got to come out with a little better effort and get some more rubber at Byron if we're going to have some success in Game 6.
What's the confidence in the room going into 6?
Well, we're good. We're in a good position. We know where we're at right now. There's a tinge of excitement in the room, you know, but we know that the fourth game is the hardest to get. So we're excited about our position. We're excited to be in front of our fans at home. Hopefully we can use that to our advantage and try and get the closing fourth game.
Bill, have you got the word yet? Are you going to play in 6?
I think so. I'm not sure. You never know. They've always got decisions, but I think so, and hopefully I can get in there because it's going to be a fun game to be part of.
Bill Lindsay looking for goal number 2 in the playoffs.
There's Saku Koivu, the Montreal Canadiens. What a wonderful story for the 8th seed in the East against Boston tomorrow night, coast to coast at 7 o'clock Eastern on Hockey Night in Canada. Only one series in the West to be decided. That's Colorado-LA tomorrow evening. And by the way, no word on Jason Allison. He's hobbled, but they have not said he won't go. And the same holds true for Peter Forsberg. No word on whether or not he'll be okay to go in that deciding game. On this side, 2 series still undecided. Montreal plays tomorrow, and Toronto and the Isles, of course, this one still up in the air.
Welcome back to Long Island. The score, the Islanders 3, the Maple Leafs 2. Third period coming up now. The shots are dead even, 23 apiece. The Leafs have had 7 penalties called against them. The Islanders 6. Islanders have 2 power play goals in the game. The Leafs have 1 of their own. Islanders first to get the puck in. Shot in around the net. Crawley bumped in on the boards in there by Cummins. Eric's pass. Back for him. Down the ice. Bounces wide of the crease on the net. No, and hit the crease going through. So no icing. Waved off right away with the linesman there. And down the ice it comes. Cairns, he has to hurry. Here comes Roberts. Roberts caught him. A light bump though. It wasn't a hard check. Down the boards. Hogan gets it out. Pilash keeps it in. Little weak backhander stop by the defensive Cairns. He rolled it up the center. Roberts hit him again. 2 teams are changing. Up in the center ice area. Loose and shot in by Toronto. Centered. Yashin. Out to the line. And over the leaf line with a shot. Shot by Joseph. He got a lot of wood on that shot. And Joseph made the right pad save and recovered.
Curtis Joseph played the best period he's played since returning from his injury in the second period. A half a dozen real good chances to score. That shot handcuffed him a little because it went off the Leaf defenseman's stick and dipped. And Joseph made the save and recovered the rebound. But he was as sharp as he's been since his return in the second period.
They got 1 goal on him on a power play early, but he stopped the other 10 shots. You're right, a lot of them very difficult.
Some problem down here at the end that the green light that signifies the end of the period is on. He can't turn the red light on, so we're going back to the waving the white towel if the goal judge thinks he scored. What do the goal judges do now anyway? I mean,
wave the towel.
Saw a few of them at the museum the other night, just right in the dinosaur section.
Faced off, won by Toronto. They're out quickly. Domi dumps it in. Osgood had a notion to lead, but Healy was up and really got a chance. Healy is stopped. Pass gets ahead of the line, and Kavash is away. Up over the line he goes with Yashin. Yashin waited. Pass went by everybody. Broken up and cleared to the corner where Kavash has it. Behind the goal, Yashin coming out. Yashin's backhander through the crease. Kavash's stick was tied up. Leafs get it down the ice. And with a hard shot, all right. Right on. Corson drilled it. He had Domi up with him. But Osgood didn't give an inch on that short side.
The one thing that's very noticeable is the extra effort that Yashin's putting in tonight. He even threw a body check that last shift. But he has had 6 shots on goal and has scored 1 goal and is playing a much more determined game. Here's the chance by the Leaf shooter from the bad angle that's easily handled. And here's Domi, who has tangled all night with Cairns.
3-2, Islanders leading the Leafs. Green wins the draw, but the Leafs can't stop it at the line. That was Powerley. Pass gets up across center, and Green brings it in. He's covered, took the shot anyway. Off the glove of Osgood, off the glass. Green now from the corner behind the net, trying to come out. Green centered it, but there was Webb. Calmly played it up ahead on the boards for Blake. Webb catching up with him. Blake turns around, waits. Webb was in front of the net. From the corner now he brings it out. Tossed it back to LaPointe, and Blake probably broke that up. From the line, Van Impe shot high and wide. Other side of point, he lets it wide. That's blocked, and Van Impe had to skip back to cover up. The Leafs had a chance to move. Point coming back. Rankin is up for checking. Pulled away from him easily. Point. Pass down the ice. Broken up. Falk reached for it. Didn't get there. Back in for Hunter on the Islanders. He is stopped by McCabe. Miller comes in to help. Steals the puck. Gets a shot. Scores! With Hunter, and now Miller walks out and nobody takes him. Pelash turns to take the man to the right of Joseph, and that gave Miller a chance to walk out, and from a bad angle stuck it up over Joseph, who was starting to go down. It's that 2-goal spread back for New York. Offside, the Leafs fault.
New York Islanders goal is third of the playoffs. Scored by number 11.
Off defensive zone coverage, Pelash decided to take the man on the far side of the net, and he got no help at all in front of the net from his forward, who's the down deep player on this one. So Pelash took his man, and nobody took Miller, and that's why it's 4-2.
Miller's third of the series. Hunter got the assist on it. 3:11 was the time of that goal. That gives the Islanders a 2-goal lead again. Hand pass, it didn't get to a lead player, so the play will go on. Hunter comes up on McCabe. High shot to Joseph, out of the net. Joseph is pulled over by his own defenseman. McCabe ran into him. Miller has it, centers it. Another high shot, and the New York Islanders get a 3-goal lead on Toronto. Burkowski's second. 2 goals in 38 seconds. Now, you think this crowd is in a good mood? Listen to this.
Well, Sierkowski, who's played an inspired game tonight, as have many of his peaceful teammates, Yashin being another one. Joseph gets back into the net after being knocked down by McCabe. And Sierkowski, with Joseph way back in the net, sticks it up over his catching glove to make it 5-2.
Boy, it sure looks like a 7th game now. 16:05 left to play in the third period. The Islanders, playing a very spirited game tonight, have taken a 5-2 lead. It's a long climb back up. Now for the Maple Leafs. You never know, but it won't be easy. Burkowski's second of the game. From number 349. That 5th goal. Cummins is bumped behind the net. Parrish couldn't get it out. Shot is drilled by missed the goal. Islanders continue to hit. That was Cummins. And it's going to be a penalty called when they stop the play. And here's the whistle. Cherkowski makes it 5-2 New York. Cummins is in the penalty box. It was called high sticking.
He goes after Gary Roberts' right hair and gets the stick up. The Leafs have a power play and they desperately need a goal.
They get the draw, okay, and McCabe passes off. In front of the net. Cleared out. Islanders move it smartly down the ice. Jason Blake is up there in a hurry. Joseph had to move it fast. Toronto up. Green through center. Blake on him. Can't stop him. Here's Corson. Leaves it at the line. In front of Gilney. He made the pass and his man was behind the goal line. What a chance for McGillney. Now he's got the puck again. Out to Corson. To the line. McCabe drills it. Stop. Rebound. Fired. And cleared. There was an open side, but nobody could get the stick near it. Corson was the closest. Now in again McGillney. Another pass by him. Harmlessly to the other side. McCabe lost it. So did Carmelet. And Camacho fell at the blue line. Carmelet missing it. Now he brings it back up with Corson. Corson left it at the line. Here's a scoring chance here with McCabe. But that's on the short side and stopped by Osgood. Bennett lumbers out to the line and then lets the puck in. 38 seconds left in the penalty. A 3-goal lead by the Islanders. Ozzy, they're chanting. That's Chris Osgood, the goalie. Helash coming in. He won't be tested on that. Helash lost it and rolled to the boards behind the net. Crawley dumped it out. No shot. To the line. Luman up for Hogan. Back in front. No shot. There's one. And that's right to Osgood. And he holds it. 10 seconds left on the power play.
Well, Osgood has been strong too tonight after being pulled in Toronto. And has reacted favorably to that decision by the coach. Adrian Aucoin played 24 minutes and 6 seconds in the first 2 periods. And he's going to make a real good defensive play right here on McGillney by taking him, or McGillney would have had a tap in. Here's another look at it. Hammerlick comes out in front. But to take Green. So he's not going to get involved. And there McGillney was just going to put a stick on it. Osgood wouldn't allow it. He'll be close to 38 minutes when it's all over.
Aucoin did that in the first period when the puck was in behind. Shot goes to the side of the net. Aucoin is there. And it's knocked in by the Maple Leafs from the scramble. Roberts is going to be the man who'll get it. Aucoin had a chance to clear that one and did not. So that's a power play goal for Toronto. And they're back in it with 13:19 left.
Real nice play by Alan McCauley, who walked out from behind the net. The Leafs win the draw. And there's McCauley. You can see him to the right of Osgood. He starts out and then slides it over to Roberts. And Aucoin this time did not tie his man up. And Roberts had a 2-footer. Aucoin leaves. And by the time he gets to Roberts, it's too late. A nice play by McCauley and a good goal by Roberts.
Power play goal for the Maple Leafs, and as you mentioned, it was a power play in which they had to score on. Down 3 goals in the third period to a hard-hitting New York Islanders team tonight. They do get a goal, so they're back in it. Schultz plays it by Kavasha, out and down the ice. It'll be Carmelet who'll touch it up, and that'll be an icing call against New York. Stanley Cup playoffs on Hockey Night in Canada, brought to you by Labatt Blue.
Here an uncomfortable spot for Michael Peca to be standing, the captain of this team, and grab this team by the throat and let him into the playoff. He's finished for the year.
It's a 5-3 hockey game now. The Maple Leafs trying to fight back. 12:50 left. Third period. Off the glass and out. Yashin up there again. Steps up over the blue line with Kavasha again. Didn't get the pass though. It came up behind him. He didn't get a chance to play it. Again, Tucker was hit. Crowd roared. Kavasha laid it in. Skasher. He came close, grazing the goalpost. Joseph picked that out. And it's clear to center. Hammering it back. Cairns.
Watch out.
Pass to Skasher. Dumped in. Islanders change. Joseph out. Already got caught that time. Healy takes it. Again to lift it away to center ice. And the Islanders bring it right back. Blake gets in with a wrist shot. It was offside. Boy, was he nailed when he let that go. Blake was still down.
Blake in the middle of his shot was nailed by Travis Green. And Blake's having a tough time getting up. A speedy little aggressive player. He's already been in on the scoring again tonight. And boy, he took an awful wallop here though. Just as he shot it. Here he is. Boom. Blindsided. Good body check. As long as you're not Blake. No elbow. And Blake never saw him coming and still doesn't know who hit him.
Travis Green with that hard hit on Blake. You're right, he didn't see it at all. Took the shot looking at the net. And Green was coming from the other side.
Wasn't as hard as a lot of hits we've seen tonight, but Blake had no idea who hit me. You could read his lips there. Who hit me? He says to the trainer.
Wind's knocked out of him. He's going to be okay though. You see, he's back up under his own power. All the home teams in the series have won to date. Toronto 3-1, 2-0, and 6-3 in Toronto. Islanders attacking again. Shot deflected at Joseph. He's down. Puck is behind the net though. He's back up. Kavasha trying to make a play. Domi racing over and beats a coin to it. Islanders won here 6-1 and 4-3. And now they're leading in this one 5-3 with 11:30 left, third period. Dumped in wide of Osborne. And it moved it to the blue line where the Leafs were waiting. Tucker is on the boards. So is McGillney. But it's the Islanders who get the puck out. Yashin. Stick handles neatly again to center. That's where he lost it. Pulling back in, McGillney. On an angle, so he keeps going. Around the net, comes out, turns and fanned on the shot. He's going off. Islanders move up. Yashin dumps it in. He heads off. Coming up the halfway mark of the period. Corson was dumped at center ice and collision going off. Play continues. Roberts is in the zone. So is Hoagland. Roberts gets the shot. Rattled high and off the glass. Lume poked it to the corner. That's McCauley in on LaPointe. Roberts comes in trying to knock it loose. He does. Roberts, though, given a light bump from behind by Korolev. Roberts shakes that off and goes away from Korolev. He's bumped again by Korolev, but the Leafs keep it in. Roberts takes it back up for McCauley. McCauley to the blue line. Long shot. That's blocked in front of Osgood and cleared down the ice. An icy call coming against New York. 10 minutes and 8 seconds remaining in the third period. 5-3 the score. The New York Islanders ahead. Corson talking to the linesman, hoping it was a referee. He was dumped going off on a line change.
Yashin. Harmless little collision there that Corson was hoping would draw a penalty, but no dice.
A little bit of a hit himself, actually going away. But somebody decked him, and he's not happy. This team is down 2 goals to the Islanders, who are trying to force a 7th game back in Toronto. If it happens, if they win this game here tonight, Game 7 will be 7 Eastern Time on Tuesday at the Air Canada Centre. Face off near the net. Back out to center. Miller. It is dumped in wide. Milan move to the line. Long shot. Joseph save. Gary Volk is waiting for the pass. Here it is. Poked it rink wide. Pakorowski didn't get too far. Tries it again by shooting it behind the goal. Volk there. In front of the net was Carberlet. Missed it. Islanders clear. Down the ice. Koski. With 2 goals in the game, comes up looking for it. Islanders are changing. And Reichel just shot it across center ice and he heads off. Koski again. Pull back, seeing the hit coming from Pilach. 9:15 left. Domi lost the puck at center. Harry's trying to play it ahead. Domi and McGivney both lose it. Islanders bring it in. Coming in as Bates. With the shot. Poked away by LaPointe. LaPointe again to the corner. Domi on top of it. Rubbed him out back there and he lost the puck. The Islanders gain the puck again. It's centered. And 3 Leafs pick it up. 1 man back. Coming down across the line. McGivney tossed it over and easily picked off by Osgood. And he will just hold it. Two on one, and the Leafs got a very weak shot that the goalie held. Game 6 of this playoff. And it's the home team leading again. Toronto won 3 at home. Islanders won 2 at home. Bidding for their third to force the 7th game back in Toronto on Tuesday. It's 5-3 New York Islanders over the Toronto Maple Leafs with 8:38 left to play. Third period. Osgood steering this aside easily. Hammerman lifting one in. It's wide of the net. And that'll be another face-off back in the New York zone. Here's Scotto.
Bob, thanks very much. A lot of Islander greats are reveling in the fact their team's in the playoffs and looking like they might push the Leafs to 7th game. And Bob Bourne's one of them. Bob, how's this team doing it tonight without 2 of their better players, Pekka and Janssen?
Well, I think I respect Peter Laviolette even more than I used to, because what they haven't done tonight is they haven't changed their game plan at all. They've attacked the net and they're throwing all the pucks right on Cujo and getting a lot of rebounds.
How much has this crowd had to do with the fact the Islanders had the lead?
Well, I think an awful lot. I heard Pat Flatley from Toronto say don't underestimate the Nassau Coliseum crowd, and we're witnessing that tonight.
Thanks, Bob. Good to see you again.
Thank you very much.
Bob, back to you.
You're right on the money, Bob. No question about it. This is a great crowd. Was when you played here, and it is tonight. And the Leafs are trying to end the series. Corson without a stick. Still plays the puck well and holds it with Kabasha right behind him. Nothing develops. Time winds down, though. 8:14 left. The Leafs in a 2-goal hole. Down 5-3.
Let's have a look at this little routine. Corson dropped his hockey stick. He tries to bat the puck away with his glove. It comes off, and then he's smart enough to get his hands up out of the way so he can finish the game. He gets a little bit of a shove from Sebastian. Not a lot.
31 shots by the Islanders now. 29 by the Maple Leafs. Healy chopping it. Healy again. Went after it. Got it in. He was hit by Cairns as he did that. Hammered it back in his own zone around the net for Kabasha. Out he comes to center. Broken up and put back in by Corson. Rubbed a bit by Kabasha again and his helmet came off. Islanders get the puck up the center. 3 of them get the lead zone. It's in for Webb. Return fire. Joseph had a lot of problems with it. Thought he had it. thought he had it again and didn't, and it nearly got behind him.
Well, whenever you see the goalie look back in the net, you know he doesn't know where the puck is. It wasn't a difficult stop. It just got under him. And so here's a look at it. It's a bad angle shot that Joseph stops. Now, where is it? Can't see it in front of him, so he looks behind him, and lucky enough for him, it was under him.
A little while ago, Forson and Webb were just bumping each other. Not much talking either, just a little bump or two, and then they took off. Forson got his helmet lifted, though, by Kabasha near the boards. That's what Forson was upset about. Center, Hoagland flips the puck in. Out is Osgood. To the glass. And stopped at the line by McCabe. However, it's LaPointe who gets a little room to go. Down the center, poking out of his Bates, missed it. Leaves back in, Carmerlay heads for the net, centers it. That's easily picked off with the Leafs around it in the zone. Crawley shot, stopped by Osgood. Cave shot, that was deflected wide of the net. Backhanded in by Carmerlay, round the net, Hoagland. Out front it comes. Carmerlay is tied up, comes back to the line, trying to put a final point to a hit him. And out comes Van Impe. Down over the line he goes. Around Carmerlay. In close. Stopped by Joseph. Rebound is cleared away. The Islanders come close again. Under 7 minutes remaining in the third period. Crawley got away from Tchaikovsky. To the line. Hogan left it there. Domi is nailed by Tchaikovsky. And it's shot in. Here comes Domi. He's got the puck there first. Hammerlick bumped him in behind. Domi goes down. Hammerlick poked at it. It's McGillney on the boards. Back in for Domi. Hammerlick comes in after him again. He's hit by Hammerlick. Domi left it for Green. Hammerlick all over Domi there, and he won't let him get the puck. Along the boards, the Islanders get a chance to clear it. And finally, they do. They'll call it icing. With 5:51 remaining in the third period, the New York Islanders trying to force a Game 7. They're ahead 5-3.
Player Kenny Johnson's family with his baby there in a 29 Islanders shirt. Excited about what way the game seems to be going.
Talked to Kenny Johnson before Game 1 in Toronto. I hadn't seen him in a little while. We chatted and he said, you know, I got a feeling this is going to be a tough series. He was right. I have a feeling it's going to go 7 games. And he might be right there. Looks like it here, unless the Leafs can really get something going. They have 5:35 left to do that. And the Islanders are up by 2 goals. However, it's Toronto coming up. Lots of time left. Healy and Tucker are the attacking forwards, and they get the puck loose off the boards. Pass goes back to the line, intercepted, right back to the corner again. Healy poking at it. Cairns is all over him. It rolls loose, and Tucker takes it. Turns and fired the shot. It's kicked loose. Carmerlay missed a chance. There's a one-on-one. Down comes Yashin. He's pulling away from Tucker. And he's stopped again by Curtis Joseph. That's twice he was in. Twice he's been stopped by Joseph. He has 1 goal in the game, though. Penalty coming against New York now. LaPointe will be the penalized player, I do believe. Van Impe is coming over. There nearly was a pair of penalties. Van Impe is the guy in the box. LaPointe got away with one.
Here's the chance by Yashin. A nice play by Tucker just to touch the arm, I think, of Yashin, so he couldn't finish the play he was thinking of.
Toronto leading on their power play goal. They're 2 for 5 in the game. The goal by Roberts here in the third was on a power play. That would really make things interesting with another power play goal now. 4:25 left. Van Impe in the box. He was called for slashing away from that crowd of players. And on the cleared. Hogan had a glorious opportunity to make it a one-goal game. Got it down near the line. Oh, that shot by McCauley didn't miss by much. McCauley again fires it along the boards to Hogan. He got it back. Pilash delivers the pass. Pilash again takes it. Comes in. He can't shoot it. He's covered. Luman sets it up. That shot is wide of the net. Roberts gets it back again to Pilash. Pilash to Roberts. Crowd in front of him. He won't get the shot through. He knows it. Little backhander is knocked down. Another one in front. And it's Kabasha who'll clear it out down the ice. Kabasha's had a strong game. Roberts feeds it back as the Leafs get organized. 3:20 left. Third period. Power play for Toronto. Has 30 seconds left. The Islanders are doing a job here. It's Bates. Rips it away. 3 minutes left in the third. Islanders lead by 2, trying to force the game 7. Up the center ice. The Leafs get it in on goal. Osgood shoots the puck himself. That's a pretty good clearing shot by the goalie. 5 seconds left in the penalty, and the crowd stands and roars. Yep, they're in command now, all right. With only 2:40 left and a 2-goal lead. Can they hang on? Kabasha on the ice again. Doesn't get it out. Carberlay faked the shot and it was blocked. And it's to the line. But now will be cleared by Bennett. Waits, rolls it in. Got away from Corson and heads off. 3:15 remaining. The chant is "Let's go Islanders." They're ahead by 2, and they're holding the fort now in strong fashion. Corson doesn't get the zone. Corson is flattened by Bates. Corson took a swing at Bates. Now Tucker and Bates are going to go at it. Corson and Cairns might go at it. This is a big crowd with 150 left. And they're all combatants out there. You can be sure. Tucker is throwing the right hand at Bates. Bates trying to come back. Tucker got that right hand loose. And he has a tough time getting it in, though. Bates scored with 1. Corson and Cairns are over on the far side. And they're going to go. These are heavyweights. Cairns scored right across. And Corson nailed him 3 times. There's a 4th shot to Corson. And a 5th. But Corson comes back. This is a heavyweight bout at center ice. Cairns is throwing their right hand at Corson. Corson came back with 2 or 3. But Corson is nailed to the ice by Cairns. These were hard heavyweight hits. And they were at center ice, front and center. Big Eric Cairns and tough Corson. Wow. James Corson took a lot of right hands before he went down.
Well, it started off with Bates and Tucker, but they soon became the secondary fight to the main event between Corson and Cairns. There's a lot of trash on the ice now, so we're going to be a while before we get this one going again.
Tucker has taken his spot in the penalty box. Greetings from the fans. And the majors all over the place there for those 4. Let's go Islanders is the call from this crowd here in Long Island. 1:50 left in the third period of game number 6. The Islanders opened up a 2-0 lead early in the game. When Cherkasky and Yashin scored, Belak and Hoagland tied it. Coyne, a power play goal and the only goal in the second. Then Miller. Cherkasky was back. Roberts got a power play goal, and it's that 2-goal lead again by the Islanders. 5-3 with 1:50 remaining.
I think McCabe is trying to lobby the fact that Cairns with his helmet on and Corson without one, that he headbutted him. This is how it all started as Bates roars over Corson, and then Tucker comes in, and he and Bates get involved. Now Corson knows he's not going to get in this stance, so he searches Cairns out. And it became a much more belligerent struggle than the original one.
The left hand by Corson, which really started it, and then Tucker and Bates were so close together, they must have said, we're going, and they did. And then, as Harry just mentioned, away from that shot near center ice, Big Cairns and Big Corson locked into a dandy.
Looks like Tucker's going to get the extra 2 here, Bob, for possibly being the insulator. So with 1:50 to go, the Leafs will be in the penalty kill mode.
Number 27, Corson, 5 minutes for fighting. The Islanders, number 17, Bates, 5 minutes for fighting. The Islanders, number 33, Cairns, 5 minutes for fighting.
Cairns and Corson got into quite a little battle here, and this is what McCabe's complaining about. Right there. Was it a headbutt or was he just ducking? I don't think he made contact, but that's what McCabe was over asking the referee about, but he couldn't sell him on that one.
Corson was wide open for that right cross, and he took it flush on the jaw. Didn't go down with that one, though. Took about 4 or 5 more before he finally went down. Penalties at 18-10 are Corson for fighting, Tucker for roughing and fighting, Bates for fighting, and Cairns for fighting. So the minor penalty against the Maple Leafs, Darcy Tucker, will all but do it for the Maple Leafs in this Game 6. It's been a tough night in Uniondale, New York.
Well, here's what's happened. Sierkowski, 2 goals. Cauley and Hoagland, 2 points apiece. Miller, 3 points. Joseph, 15 goals in the 3 road games. We saw, while this was just before this started to go on, Blake went to the dressing room. Remember, he was the one that was hit. So it's a night is over for Jason Blake. But he was walking, and it looked like he was in pretty good shape. No chances going to be taken. Almost set to go again. Reichel's going to come over and serve Tucker's 2-minute penalty.
Well, they could feel the air all night long. Started long before they dropped the puck at center ice to begin the first period. It was a big game, billed that way. Of course, the Islanders, a loss, and their season is over. And it's been such a terrific season for the New York Islanders. Coming back and making the playoffs, what a big turnaround. Peter Laviolette has put on for these Islanders. Pekka, their leader, from start to finish, is done, unfortunately, for the Islanders for the series. However far they go, done for the season. Offside at the Islanders' blue line. Ligament problem with the knee on the hip in Toronto the other night. 1:37 left now.
Well, the Leafs battled long and hard, 100 points, and earned home ice advantage. And in this series, unlike a lot of them, home ice has been very friendly. Whether it will or not in Game 7, we'll have to wait and see.
That'll be Tuesday in Toronto. Unless the Leafs can pull off a miracle here, they're shorthanded. With Tucker drawing the extra 2 for roughing. Minute and a half to go. Point. Puck loose at center ice. Islanders all over the Leafs now coming in. It's got to be. Turns back on a long shot by Hammerlick. Came wide of the net on the deflection. Travis Green gets in. Lines up offside. He telegraphed that. McGillney couldn't slow down. 1:11 left.
Pat Quinn was motioning for Joseph to come off if that shoot-in had gone in behind the Islander net. But when it didn't and the offside occurred, Joseph stays in his goal.
The faceoff will occur outside the blue line. Telling McCauley that if he can win the faceoff and get it in deep, the extra man will be out. Joseph will take off. He's about 10 feet outside his goal line now. There's Curtis ready to go. Leaves her shorthand. They'll get even when they bring it in now as Joseph takes off to the bench. Cleared in. 1 minute left. Leafs have the puck. They the Islanders with the empty net. To center ice. Action. He's going to do it. They know it. The shot played in front. He didn't do it. It was blocked and cleared back to center and dumped in by Toronto. They want Osgood to try it. That's rubbing it in. 34 seconds left. McCauley centers it. Yashin gets another go at it. Gets the center and fell. Hay was all over it. He won't get another chance. The net is still empty. Enough for Pomeroy. Gets it in with Roberts. Tossed it back. The shot. Wait. To the goal of Osgood. And he'll hold it with 13.9 seconds remaining in the third period. So regulation time is almost done. This one last stop probably by Osgood from the Maple Leafs. They don't give up. They keep coming. Tucker has the penalty. Goalie is out. They get the extra man, which when you think about it, it's not the extra man. It just makes it 5 apiece. Here's McCabe making sure Yashin won't go anywhere with that empty net.
There was an arena football game here this afternoon, and no tackles any better than that one.
Probably the last face-off in the game. The 7th game is looming in Toronto on Tuesday at 7 Eastern. These two will be in another stiff battle, I'm sure, to find out who will advance to round 2.
The referee has just sworn Cummins and Domi. No trouble with 13 seconds left.
Don't do it. They're lined up at the rim of the circle, Cummins and Domi. And they're still talking, we might tell you. And they're going to go. How about that? Gloves are off and they're going to go. Domi and Cummins. Now these are 2 more heavyweights. Domi got the left hand pumping away. And he's scoring. Left hands on Cummins. Cummins trying to come back with the right. Domi get the left flying at him. Domi hits him again. Cummins doesn't know where he is now. Domi is doing all the scoring here. Another left by Domi hit home. And down goes Cummins as they battle away after the face-off. And you just knew that was coming. Seconds left. What a night in New York.
Cummins playing his first playoff game this year, and he has been added a physical dimension to the New York Islanders. So we got more guys in the dressing room than we have on the ice or on the benches by now. 5-3 New York, 34-33 the shots for the Islanders. Game 7 on the horizon.
Joseph stays on the bench. Osgood gets ready to celebrate. Toronto has had 33 shots in the game. He's made 30 saves. Domi and Cummins, Majors gone at 1948. The score remains 5-3 Islanders. Shot, another save for Osgood, and another face-off in his zone. 7.5 left on the clock. The crowd stands. And they'll cheer on our Islanders, who will head off now and get ready for Game 7 in Toronto on Tuesday. 7 o'clock Eastern time. We remind you again on the CBC network as Hockey Night in Canada continues with your Stanley Cup playoffs. Each one to draw. Phelan shot into the crowd, and yet another face-off with 3.2 seconds left. Pelash and Schultz, they won't go. Been a long night.
Yes, it sure has. An 8 o'clock start to begin with, which is later than usual.
Tuesday night. This has been a tough hockey series. Make no mistake about it. The Islanders prevailed here at home once again with 5 goals. Game 7 next up.
Here are the 4-3 stars of the Isles Game 6 victory: Tchaikovsky, Miller, and Roberts. And here's a Toronto area boy standing by with Scott Oak.
Here's Eric Cairns, Ron. He wasn't on the list of 3 stars, but he made his presence felt tonight. Let me ask you, first of all, were Tucker and Roberts marked by the Islanders tonight for special treatment as a result of what happened on Friday in Toronto?
No, not at all. We marked everybody on their team. We just we knew what we had to do. We had to go and play physical against everybody and hit everybody. And, you know, those are 2 guys that we have to hit to win games.
Don't often see bouts of fisticuffs in playoff games, but there were you and Corson going at it late. Where did that come from?
Well, I mean, it's been a heated series, and you know, things happened. Emotions were high in the building, and you know, that stuff happens in a hockey game like that.
Eric, we're out of time. I want to thank you for yours.
Yeah, I'd like to say hi to some people back home, my parents, my girlfriend Catherine, and all the boys at my house. Hey guys.
Nicely done. Ron, back to you.
Excellent. His dad, Rick, drove down for the first 2 games, but I guess was watching in Burlington.
See the blood in the knuckles?
Yes.
All the fights on. I told you the very first game, Webb's a guy running around, banging and smashing. I said you won't see him in a fight. There he is right there. Anyhow, he didn't see him in a fight. He was doing all the banging. Guys like Blake have got to fight. Well, first in the game, Osgood can see every puck. They got to get in. They got to bang him around a little and get going. That's the only way they're going to win. But I'll tell you, when I see they're not going to get into that again, but when I see a guy running around, banging guys, and then other guys have to take and fight the battles, I don't like it.
You made a good point right at the start. When the Leafs took a couple of penalties early, it looked like they were somehow either caught up in the emotion, I don't know what, but they weren't.
Well, I told you
early.
Before the game, didn't I?
Yes, you did, that they would have
They're not going to win, but they're going to win coming back here.
7th games in history. The only time the Islanders have ever lost a 7th game, it was to the Toronto Maple Leafs in 1978. You know who scored that one? Lanny. By the way, in that
with
series,
a broken wrist, too.
Yes, so maybe Matt Sundin will make a return and bring everything full circle.
I don't think so.
Or Brad Isbister. The one thing about 78, the first 6 games were all home victories, and then Toronto won it on the road. So there you go. We have tomorrow night, Game 6, Montreal-Boston. Tuesday night, for sure, Toronto and the Islanders, Game 7. Thank you, Don. Sunday Report is coming up along the network next. The Isles defeat Toronto 5-3 for all of us. Thanks for watching tonight. Good night.